Sometimes you don't need a matcha, sometimes you don't need a coffee, sometimes you don't need a Diet Coke. Sometimes you need to just get up and move.
People in therapy are often there to deal with people in their lives who won't go to therapy. I have a job, it's actually quite fulfilling, though my hairline is thinning. I barely do anything else. I read self-help books, I do meditation, walks in the woods, a new destination. I sit with my feelings. Sometimes I'm even journaling. I got a full-time job, though no one pays me, and it's all thanks to you.
Hello, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. A little bit of a late morning. It's 10:13 now. I've spent the morning listening to TDJ. Such a great word, though the live stream cut out on me, so I didn't get to finish it. But it is what it is. The devil trying to take me out, but no, I'm not gonna let the devil win. I am going to a workout class at 10:45, so I got about like 30 minutes to get ready. It is a VoloFit class. I took my first VoloFit class Wednesday. And at first I went into it very much so thinking I would not like it because it's like a circuit kind of HIIT training thing. The class I took on Wednesday was a build class, so it was 25% cardio and 75% strength training. This class is a balanced class, so it's going to be 50% cardio, 50% strength training. I just need cardio because my wearables, my Apple Watch and my Oura Ring, have just been bullying me, telling me that my cardiovascular fitness is low. Because if you're not new here, you know that I mostly do Legree. I run here and there, but really not consistent enough to like keep my heart as healthy as it probably should. So I'm looking at this as a potential thing to add in to get in my cardio, because I've just not been doing a great job about it, getting it in on my own. But if I go to a class and somebody's telling me what to do, I feel like I can do it. And it was really cool. Like, the music was really good, though it was more like a vibe. So I'm hoping this teacher is more closer to the music that I actually listen to when I work out, like more pop and rap, R&B, like that kind of vibe. I'm not gonna put on makeup because I sweat so bad, and I sweated everything off last time I went. So we're definitely giving a bare face, but I will put on sunscreen. And my hair, I'm just gonna put on a sweatband. This is the sweatband I use. It's by Rap Life, and it has a satin lining. I like the one from Lululemon too, but it doesn't have that satin lining inside. And I'm just trying to protect my edges as much as possible. Also, what I like about Rap Life is that it's Black woman owned, and I want to support Black women owned as much as possible. What I like about the Lululemon one though is that it's just one band. I don't love the tying of this. It's giving like Karate Kid or something. Like, I would rather not have to do that, but if it'll save my edges, it's fine. So what I do is just I tie it in the back and then I tuck it in the ends, so it still gives like just a headband effect. I'm so ready for my hair to grow. Like, it's growing, but it's not growing fast enough. I'm over this size haircut. Like, I was looking at pictures of me from earlier this year, and my hair was just so long, and I'm kind of regretting my bob cut. Like, I know they say hair will grow back, but it's like, dang, like when you're growing it out, like you really have to live with it while it is growing out, and that can be annoying. So I definitely will not be cutting my hair again for the foreseeable future, because I'm just really regretting cutting it. Now that I'm wearing it curly again. When it's straight, it's fine. I love that length when it's straight, but wearing it curly, I'm just not a fan. And then this set is from LSKD. They sent me this, and I love this color so much, and I feel like it looks really good with my red nails. I'm in my red nail era. I got these done the other day. I just love them so much.
Watch out, I'm coming for you, and it will feel like it's a dream coming true. Don't mind, I already knew. You dropped that gorgeous, but you don't have a clue. Your smile could tear me apart. I dwell with the stranger aching heart. Just hold on, you'll soon be mine.
just had my lunch. I don't think I showed you what I had, but it was these tuna wraps. I logged it in my app. It was 44 grams of protein, and I used these almond flour wraps. I've been using the Egg Life ones, but these were on sale, and so I got these instead. And these have 5 grams of protein in 2 of them. I mixed the tuna with Greek yogurt to add even more protein, and then I had a side of broccoli just to get that fiber in there. Now I'm going to have a little more protein. I'm going to make a protein matcha, and it's wash day, so I need a good bit. And I've been seeing people whisk their matcha, I guess it's called cold foam whisk. I don't know. I don't know the names of all these things. But you just do it with milk instead of water. I'm going to use this chickpea milk, and it has 9 grams of protein, which is lovely. I just love this milk. It smells so good. This hurts after doing that freaking upper body workout. Man, that class was tough. So I've started doing Volo Fit. I think I talked about it a little bit earlier because my Oura Ring and Apple Watch, both of them were saying that my cardiovascular fitness was low for my age, and that I needed to essentially get it up by incorporating more cardio into my workouts, which I don't do cardio. And so at that place, it's called Volo Fit. They give you your first class free, and I tried it out on Wednesday with my friend Catherine and Emma, and really liked it. It was a cool vibe. I'm like, do I need more milk? So it's essentially a HIIT class, but each class is different. The class I took on Wednesday was a build class, so it was 25% cardio, 75% strength training. The class I took today was a balance class, so it was half and half, 50% cardio, 50% cardio, 50% strength. And how the last class was structured, we knocked the cardio out at the front of class, and then the rest was just strength training. So my heart rate was like elevated throughout all the strength training portion. Whereas this class, it was like the cardio and the strength training was kind of mixed together. I like both for different reasons. I'm going to use coconut water to mix my protein with, just to add in some electrolytes after sweating so much. But also coconut water is kind of sweet, and so it makes me not feel like I need to add sugar to this. Couldn't open that. I'm just going to use the same thing. I have some matcha residue left in here that I need to get out. But yeah, I like the different class. I went ahead and just got like a 5-class pack. I don't know if I'll do a membership yet. Though I'm very tempted to, but I'm also moving soon, so I need to definitely conserve my funds. I've never whisked in my protein powder before, so this is a first. Oh, but it's actually mixing quite well. I never hated cardio, but I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I saw so many girls start doing Pilates. This is not why I started doing Pilates or Legree. I just saw a lot of girls go to it because they found, like with HIIT classes, it was raising their cortisol. And I think I was seeing that stuff, and it was just scaring me off from like trying out cardio classes. And also, I don't know, I have like, I guess, trauma around cardio just because it's not something I'm good at. And so I think I'm just like also nervous. That did so well. I think I'm also like partly nervous about just doing cardio classes in person. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I just don't feel like I'm good at cardio. My chest beats out of my body. But I feel like the things we're not good at, especially when it comes to fitness, are exactly the things we probably need to be doing. Like, we shouldn't keep doing the things that we're good at. And I have to just tell myself that, so I will embrace cardio. Also, like, if I never do it, how will I ever get good at it, you know? Y'all, this is my first time making this like this. Hold on. I was kind of nervous to add the coconut water in because I had never done that before. But in seeing all the girls on TikTok talk about it, and once again, TikTok is not letting me down. That's actually so good. It doesn't even taste like coconut water in this. Like, you would think these two things wouldn't go together, but they do. Okay, and then just with this, I've already hit my protein goal for the day. I probably could have done a half scoop because this was 34 grams of protein. I ate that protein cookie, and now I'm already at 122 grams. Oh my god, so good. I definitely should have pre-sifted my matcha. I think I was just in such a hurry to drink it, but other than that, so good. But yeah, I think I was just scared of cardio because I was seeing so many girls say like cardio raises your cortisol, so like do walking. And I have been walking more, definitely not enough still, like could definitely be walking more. But I think with like my goals, walking alone isn't doing enough for my body. Like the fact that like as soon as I got into that class, I was already in zone 5 cardio. I was like, whoa, like in zone 5 is like the highest cardio, or like your heart rate is at its highest level when it's in zone 5. That just kind of showed me like, yeah, not that I'm like out of shape, but like girl, I was giving out of shape. Like you're at freaking zone 5 cardio. Like I haven't pushed my heart to that limit. And cardio is more than just like what your body looks like. It's like for overall heart health. And my job is pretty much sedentary. Like if I'm not forcing myself to get up and stand, it's pretty much sedentary. And it's good to challenge your body in new ways. Like I felt very nervous going into that class. One, because like I am a fitness instructor in another place, and when I go to those classes I feel cool because like this is my shit. Like I know these classes, I know this studio, I know exactly what workout we're going to be doing because I've already seen the routine, you know. Whereas this is like something completely new, completely foreign. I don't know any of these people here. I don't even know some of this equipment. Like we had these like sandbag things. I've never done stuff with that. We had to do these cleans, which I think is like a CrossFit thing. I actually really like those. I was on the assault bike today. I'd never done that before, which I did like the assault bike because it gave me a fan, but I did not like that I was the one that had to power said fan. But yeah, just doing things I never do, using my body in ways that I really don't use. And coming back from Alaska, when I went to Alaska, that was something that was a download that I really had, was that I just wanted to keep putting myself in uncomfortable situations. And I have to remember that, oh yeah, it doesn't always feel good to do that. So yeah, I'm glad I went to the class. I'll probably go again on Friday, and so I think I'll try to do 2 classes a week of that. Still go to Bold, still do my Legree classes. Also this week I worked out every single day. Did not mean to do that. It's just kind of how things happen. And I'm in my luteal phase, which in your luteal phase you're supposed to be a little bit more restorative, like not really pushing your body like crazy, I think. And so the fact that I was working out every single day is actually insane. I wish I would have like really vlogged it, but I just did not have the motivation. Like I think I vlogged on Monday. Today is Sunday. Like that is just how much time's gone. I just haven't had the motivation for anything this week, and it makes me so sad when I get like this because it's only in my luteal phase. It's like I'll do so good, but it's just something about my luteal phase. And not if you're unfamiliar, usually that's the week or so before your period, and I think it's like our body's like getting ready, you know, for our period, so it just like zaps our energy. And if you have PMDD, like that's even more so. You may experience more PMS symptoms. If you're interested in this, I have a whole podcast episode that I did with my friend Robin, who is a pre and postnatal health specialist. I'll link that here. But she's the one who put me onto like all of this stuff. Like I did not know anything about any of this stuff, and she was the one who educated me on literally everything. I just feel like I did not have any motivation. It makes me so sad because the week before I showed up so well, and I just feel like I did such a good job. And this week, even though I moved my body a lot, like I was eating pretty much everything that wasn't nailed down. Like it was not great. So I'm just trying to show myself some grace. Just get back on track, not let, you know, a few slip ups here and there feel like it's derailing all of my progress, because it's really not, you know. The quicker you can close the gap from like the behavior that didn't align with your higher self and the behaviors that do align, the faster you can get on track, the faster you can stop that shame spiral and just get back to doing the things that you know you need to do. And that's kind of where I was yesterday. Like I cleaned up, I like deep cleaned last night because I knew I was like, when I go into Sunday, I want to have a good freaking day. And so far it's been a great day. So also I think sometimes you have to just speak victory over yourself too. Like if you feel like things are not going the way you want to go, be like, oh, we're gonna turn this around right now. Like it is a new day. Like I would say those things, and I feel like that energy helps bring things anew versus just like sitting in the same old. Also just and movement too. Like if things are feeling a little stagnant, if your energy's feeling a little low, a little sluggish, that is one thing I'll say too about the luteal phase. Normally, because I'm not a cardio girl, I feel tired. But after I took that first VoloFit class, I had so much more energy throughout the day. So I think that's going to be a hack too, like get some kind of cardio in during my luteal phase, because just because something is true for one person doesn't mean it's true for your body. And if everybody's saying that they're like tired, if you already say that you're tired, you're probably not going to expend that much energy. But if you're like, you know what, let me see where my body is today, see how I'm feeling, you may be able to do more than you thought you could before. And that was what I really noticed with the luteal phase. Like, I worked out every single day, and like, there's never been a luteal phase where I've done that. And who's to say, I probably won't do it next luteal phase. But it's just like being curious about yourself and not limiting yourself just because of what you're seeing online or because of, you know, what you're telling yourself. Like, yeah, you're telling yourself you're tired, but if you got up and like went for a walk, maybe you might feel more energy, you know, little things like that. Because I find that when I move, it actually gives me energy. Like, sometimes you don't need a matcha. Well, I need a matcha now because I'm about to do this wash day. Sometimes you don't need a matcha. Sometimes you don't need a coffee. Sometimes you don't need a Diet Coke. Sometimes you need to just get up and move, drink some water, you know. All right, I'm stalling because I don't want to do my wash, because I don't want to wash my hair, but I need to get out of these clothes, so let's go ahead and get to it.
I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go, gotta know when to let go, gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can be.
This is freshly washed hair. It did get a little dry though because I started putting away clothes. And I've learned that I'm getting the best wash and goes when my hair is like severely drenched. Okay, so I split that section in half, and then I'm going to use the RX treatment leave-in, and it has heat protectant up to 450, I believe. So that's great for when I diffuse my hair. And then I'll use my Felicia Leatherwood brush to detangle. And then I'm going to use the Camille Rose gel. Just work that through. Then I'm going to use the Helix Hair Labs brush to curl define. See, what I love about the RX leave-in is that it gives you so much curl definition right off the bat. And I did a wash and go the other day because sometimes I don't feel like going in with the gel. Sometimes I don't really like that look with just the treatment leave-in, and it looked so good. It just didn't last that long because it was just the leave-in. These are more of my heat damage pieces, so I like to take smaller sections here. But just by using RX regularly, I've already seen my hair come back. I've already seen my curls come back so much. So you like turn it as you go. Then I scrunch, and then it clumps up. Okay, final little piece. It's already pretty wet, but it can never be too wet. What I didn't know is that wearing your hair in like wet buns can cause permanent texture loss, which I definitely did that way more than I flat ironed my hair. So I feel like that's more the cause of my texture loss than anything else. I'm gonna curl that again. There we go, that's better. Okay, I went ahead and did my makeup, and my hair did get bigger. Sometimes you just have to trust the process. And now I need to do some work so I don't have the Sunday scaries. And I want to plan out my week, so I'll bring you along and show you exactly how I do that. I'd also like to do some future self journaling. I heard it on Balanced Black Girl, which is Les's podcast. The episode was so good, and I want to try some of that out today for the week. Like, just journal like how I want my week to go. And so I'll bring you along for the rest of the day. All right, it is afternoon time, I am going to show you how I plan out my schedule in Notion for the week. This is my Notion template that I use to weekly plan. Before, it used to look like this, just kind of like the to-dos laid out. But I found that I prefer a calendar method, and all of these tasks sync with my Notion calendar. So everything will show up here as well, which is so lovely. Until like right here, I'm supposed to be editing the vlog now, but I'm shooting, but still related to the vlog, and I have the timestamps on there. And I found that for me, with planning out my weeks, planning out my days, and making my agenda, it was much better for me to put my to-do items on the calendar and have a timestamp for each thing versus just writing out a whole list, because that's what I would do before, and it will be an unrealistic list. And we have to consider like, oh, how long may this task take me? That list is going to get whittled down very quickly. I really like that approach because I felt before I was just having so much shame around not having completed the thing or feeling like I was lazy, and it's just not any of those things. It was that tasks take time, and if you overload your day with unrealistic expectations, you're gonna feel like shit. That's just the fact of the matter. So this has been so helpful for me. And what I like is at the top of my computer, if you can see here, it'll tell me what task. So it'll tell me what task I'm on and how many minutes I have left. And I love that down because I think it just makes me more aware of the time that I have. It's like, okay, I only got 57 minutes left to do this thing. Also, something I started being really strict about is like, hey, once that time passes, that's your opportunity and it's gone. Granted, I'm gonna have to move around my editing time for tonight, but adding that pressure makes me feel like I have to get things done, which has been just so helpful for me because I will procrastinate until the last second. Procrastination is bad. I'm not acting like it isn't, but if you know yourself well enough and if you know that you are a procrastinator, there's ways that you can bring in these motivations so you can get tasks done. And so if you know you're typically more likely to do something at the last minute, put that pressure on your day. Like, say we are ending the day at 5:30, so if you don't get anything done before 5:30, that day is a wash. And usually feeling that pressure, you will show up to your day a lot differently and take your time more seriously. And that's something that I've also had to introduce because with working in social media, you can work all day. I was finding that I wasn't happy working all day, nor was I being as productive as I would have liked. I was feeling busy, but nothing was actually getting done, and just did not like that feeling. So that is what I like to do. Also, I like to go ahead and schedule my workouts for the week ahead. That way they are just ready to go, and I just see them in my calendar, and I don't have a say. And so I know that I want to do 3 Legree classes this week because I'm trying to hit 200 classes by the end of the year. Right now I'm at 138. So that leaves me, I think there's, let's see how many weeks are left in the year. How many weeks are left in this year? We have 19 weeks left in the year. 135 days. This year's going by so fast. But still, you can still do a lot in 19 weeks. All right, so we got 19 weeks left. I don't know, I thought it was 17. Okay, 19 weeks are left in the year. If I want to hit, so 200 minus 138 equals 62 divided by 19. Yep, so that puts me at 3.2. I would ideally need to hit like 3 to 4 classes a week to hit that goal of 200 classes. And I have some travel coming up, so I'm gonna have to really load up some of these weeks. Okay, sorry. I'm just getting overwhelmed even thinking about it. I'm getting overwhelmed. Let's just go ahead and schedule 4 Legree classes for this week. I'm gonna do the 5:30 on Monday, the 6 a.m. on Tuesday because I teach Tuesday 8 and 9, so I'll go to the 6 a.m. class and then take a little break and then teach 8 and 9:30. Maybe I'll take the 7 a.m. Thursday, I'll go after I teach. For me, it's just easiest to go if I'm already there. Oof. These back-to-backs are gonna kill me. Dang, these classes, a lot of these classes are got a crazy wait list right now. The girls are trying to get their degree on. See, the 6 a.m. doesn't have a wait list, but the 7 a.m. does. Looks like I'm gonna sign up for the 6 a.m. Yay, me. I'm gonna also do a Volo Fit class. That class I did today. I'm gonna do that class on Friday, so no degree on Friday. And so each class has on the website, or sorry, on the app, has this little calendar icon. I hit that and that adds it to my calendar. And I like to make sure that my workouts are on my calendar, one, just so I know to show up, but two, it's nice to look over the year because my workouts are color coded. Like I can show you for last week. Everything that's green was a workout. Though this one is missing because I worked out on Friday at 6 a.m. and Saturday too. My workouts are missing, but anyway, you can see the green is workouts. And so it's just nice to see that represented. Notion needs to figure this out because for some reason, all my tasks are the same color if I do it in Notion, and that's kind of annoying. But I like to color code, so like I have meetings, travel, like my nail appointment was here. So anything that's like a little personal, I will put it in this like, it's like a mauve kind of color, but it's grayed out right now because the day's already passed. And then anything that's work is red right now, but I like to color code even more than that. I'm thinking maybe I'll add emojis or something. And then meetings are yellow, and then bold is like a paler yellow. Yeah, just love to color code because I think it just makes everything a little bit more seamless. Like say you can't even see the words, but you see the color, you know what you got going on for the day. And I just love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and schedule out the rest of my week, things I want to get done. And the best way to also, sorry, I should have said this at the beginning. The best way to also plan out your week is to write out your goals. What are the things you want to accomplish this week? Then distill that into actions. So if I want to gain muscle, that's a big goal for me right now. I want to gain more muscle, which is why you see me eating these weird breakfasts. What are the actions for that? I need to meal prep, which is something I'm doing today. And I need to work out. That is how you gain muscle. You eat healthy, you eat a certain amount of protein, and you work out. That needs to be reflected in my calendar. If I want to be a full-time YouTuber, the videos I'm filming and editing need to be on my calendar with the time slots and the days, and also ideally when those videos will be published. And that's something I also do here. So this week I want to do a video, like just a whole video maybe on my Notion calendar, and I put the day there that I want that to happen. Since I'm talking about it here, maybe I won't do a whole Notion calendar video. I might swap that out with something else, but ideally that's like at the top of the day, and you can have that whether it's Notion calendar or Google Calendar. You can get that just by toggling on all day, so it'll just be at the top of your calendar so you know when something's being published, or you can add a time to it of when you want the video to be published. It's all personal preference. But yeah, you can't say you have a goal if your calendar is not reflective of said goal. Your calendars need to reflect the goals that you have. And if you're not putting anything on your calendar, you need to start. Because your calendar is just a great way to track the progress of the things that you are saying you're going to do, or the things that you say are getting done. But I think a lot of us don't really, and me included, don't really pay attention enough to our time. And our time is so limited on this earth. It's our most valuable, precious resource. And so we need to be crazy about our time. Somebody I really love for this is Ryan Serhant. I just finished his book, Big Money Energy. He is the main guy on Owning Manhattan. If you guys saw that show on Netflix, loved him in that show. And he is crazy about his time. He has this thing called the 1,000-minute rule. I think I talked about this on here before, but essentially it's that once you take out eating, sleeping, and something else, you are left with like 1,000 minutes. And obviously this is gonna vary person to person, but it's like, how are you using your 1,000 minutes? And do your minutes line up to the goals that you have? And if they don't, there's a disconnect. You gotta make things get closer and closer together. And that is what I'm working on, because I have lots of goals that I need to work on. All right, so that is pretty much it for my calendar. I'm gonna go ahead and keep scheduling things in. If you have any more questions, if you have questions on this, I'm happy to make a deeper dive video on it, but only if you guys actually care about that. It's the end of the night now, and I'm about to do my future self journaling. I've just seen so much how like journaling and manifestation has worked so well for other people. And there's a book I really love on this called Be Your Future Self Now by Benjamin Hardy. I think I mentioned it in the last vlog, but he has case studies in there of people who would talk to their future selves, and a lot of the things that they said to their future selves came to pass. And it's something about just constantly living in that visualization. If you're religious, you know the Bible says pray without ceasing, and I think that's kind of like the same thing, just living in the future that you're trying to manifest now. Like, live in that now. Journal as my future self. I'm going to journal how I want this week to go. I'm going to journal how I want myself to show up, and just really try to put myself in that mindset so it's easier for it. So when I'm presented with these situations, it's like I've already been here before, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm about to do now. And then I'll probably read on my Kindle and go to bed. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I feel like this page is growing, which is really exciting, and I really appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a great week too. And if you watched this far, let me know in the comments. I'm like, who watches this far? So if you watched this far, let me know. Just drop the bubble emoji in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.